Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jasmine. We've got a game. We've got alegre08 playing full faction SP Voil, and then Elflar playing full faction UD Bach. Not too much has happened so far this game. No sneaky side font capping or any of that nonsense. Scorched Dwarf was a nice early deploy. On this map, it's really good because you can nab the font immediately afterwards, get that Norigen rolling. So a pretty lucky draw there for Elflar. And then I guess, I don't know, alegre08. I mean, alegre08's got Shellax. He's deployed twice over here and then once over here. I guess he's not sure like which side he wants to start the fight from. We got a PSN rare. I think this is the PSN limited edition version of Angel of Pain with the fancy glow in the background. And then yeah, she's changed a little bit since her buffs. I think she didn't used to be 1-2 range. She used to be pure melee, but now she's like, I just can't help comparing her to Deep Elf Masochist. Like she has tough 2, 0 defense, and Masochist like the Masochist herself. Slightly less range actually, which is interesting, but she still has her your usual intensify. I think on upgrades she can get even tankier. Can't she take like absorb or something? But it looks like Elflar has gone with the full offensive style here. So she'll be intensifying eventually. I thought this was Bach, but I don't know, maybe it's not. Angel of Pain, I don't think you usually run Angel of Pain in Bach. Sometimes you can like spec into other choices, like outside the theme, so you can actually use spells. Because Bach can't really do that. I guess like shock bow. Maybe it's like archers. Is Archer here? Archer? Nope, you're a warrior. We'll see. Maybe it's just UD meta. I think Bach Warden. I got thrown off by the Bach Warden. Like, oh, I always see this in Bach, but I don't know. It's just a generically good ranged unit now. Hair vision. Ooh, we got a sneaky. Okay, here's the sneaky font cap I was looking forward to. Voil Sorcerer. Rushing this one, I don't know if that's very smart, because I feel like you could just pin this thing down over the cliff, and then it'll be, like, stuck. So, and, Scorched Dwarf can just walk back here. Notably, Precision does do work against the Voil racial, so Shockbow will be dealing full damage. And yeah, Scorched Dwarf can just walk back into Contest the Font. You can, like, walk here. He'll have the AP to walk right over here and then block. Okay, well, maybe not anymore, because the Pacify from Messenger comes out, and pacified units can disengage for free. I'm guessing maybe we missed the pin down earlier, because the Sorcerer did take some damage already. So that's probably why that didn't come out. The Divert, kind of predictable Divert here from Shellaxy, because, I mean, you ran it into the font. Okay, there's... never mind, I guess. There's the pin down. So yeah, I figured, yeah, just keep it locked over that cliff, and then, beat it up later. Maybe you could even kill it this turn somehow. Not worth burning a spell on it, but that was a really greedy contest by alegre08. I don't think he'll be liking the outcome of that one. I guess he figured Divert would do more than it did there, but I mean it was predictable, and you just like eat the Divert. Like you could have even eaten the Divert with a Scorched Dwarf auto on the next turn if you didn't deploy that Messenger. What did take the Divert this time? Something took the Divert. Oh yeah, Scorched Dwarf, of course. Yeah, but I mean, Scorched Dwarf, like, who cares if Scorched Dwarf eats the Divert, Yeah, so Shockbow. I mean, Elflar's champions are on 0 AP now. They're kind of out of position a little bit, but they're ranged. They can just sit at mid font and snipe. Voil Courier here, gonna make an attack, and then the swap. So Shellaxy, you can get like a Mind Wipe aura on both of these guys. Maybe keep your Sorcerer alive for another turn, but I don't really see it. The Scorched Dwarf can get an auto, Messenger can get an auto, even with Evasive, that'll be plenty of damage. I like Messenger, I like Scolding Blows. I like seeing new abilities like this. It's kind of funky, Scold did get nerfed a little bit, like the condition. But, okay, wait, I'll talk about our bosom buddy Messenger later. We've got an Alacrity here from alegre08. I don't know what he's thinking. I guess he can kill that Bach Warden. And then I think the Shockbow is just out of range. Ooh, I would have contested, I think. Because you still have this Voil Sorcerer to finish the kill there, but he instead used the Stormflyer Chain Lightning to finish that off. See, if you contest this font with Stormflyer, I mean, you're already in this font, and Stormflyer is pretty good 1v1 champion once it gets an equip. So, like, you could have put that Tempest Crown on the Stormflyer and just forced the Angel back. But instead, he puts the Tempest Crown on Sork so that it lives another turn, I guess, because of the So is that's not actually unspeakable, though, is it? Like, it gives Frightened, but is the source of the Frightened the equip or the champion it's equipped on? Because if it's the former, then, I mean, Elflar could still totally kill this sorcerer, but if it's the latter, then it will live another turn, unless some major cleanse comes down. I still think that's a mistake. Like, I would have just slapped that Tempest Crown on the Stormflyer and walked into this font. Just, I guess, cut your losses up here, and then over here you get the kill. Like, you'd still get the kill with Sork and whatnot, and, you know, the feint. But then you'd have the much more reliable Stormflyer in top font. And then Elflar would be pretty split in his forces. But as it is, like, he can just... I'm assuming it's... this case here is the latter, because he's not actually killing this sorcerer right now. So if that's the case, I mean, I guess, you know, you kill it next turn and then just put... you park that Angel of Pain in the font. Like, you could put the Angel of Pain right here. It'll be fine. You know, it's tanky. It has tough, masochist, and all that. And then, like, you park it here, and then maybe next turn you run into this undefended bottom font, force the courier back a little bit. But here we get a second messenger. I think I would have... I mean, if you're going to deploy the Diplomat, right, you probably want to, like, attack with your Pangel first, right? But instead he just pacifies himself. Oh, wait, what got pacified here? Oh, wow, it hit the Shockbow, actually. That's surprising. That, oh, yeah, because it's... I see how it works, yeah. I was thinking it's the closest. I figured this was... So... Wait, why did that... Hold on, let me fucking read this ability. Closest... The nearest enemy champion, which was the Stormflyer. And then the nearest... And the friendly champion closest to it, which should have been the Angel of Pain, but apparently it was the Shockbow? Huh. Okay, well, I don't know why... That seems like... That seems like a screwy Diplomat, because the Angel of Pain was totally the closest to the Stormflyer. It should have been the one to get pacified, but I guess Shockbow was somehow closer? Like Shockbow all the way over here, Pangel here. But I mean, okay, it works out somewhat for Elflar. He has his Pangel in the font, Stormflyer. I mean, Stormflyer could still just walk into this font because of the Pacify. But if Alegre didn't do it last turn, he probably won't do it this turn. So Elflar redirects this Shockbow up top. Now he's in kind of a pickle because Shalaxi is in the font now, and Shalaxi has Deflect, Mind Wipe Aura, can potentially swap in more reinforcements like this Stormflyer. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate that he couldn't finish this Sork off, and then, like, guard the font with Dwarf and whatnot. Yeah, I think the constant, like, the Pacify procs are kind of screwing him up, because now he can't use his Diplomat here, because of Mind Wipe Aura. Scorched Dwarf, again, Mind Wipe Aura, and then the Diplomat hit this Shockbow. So everything over here is pacified for Elflar. And yeah, Stormflyer does walk into the font this turn. So it's a little bit... Elflar's in a little bit of a sticky wicket right here. Angel of Pain, taking some beats. She'll live a bit, but, I mean, Conqueror is still really strong. Still have yet to give an equip to these guys as well. I wonder what Alegre is running for equips. I think the Geharon... No, not the Geharon Mace. Diamond Mace gives a buff to Voil, and I can't remember which ability it gives. I think it gives Drive to Geharon. Oh yeah, I think Voil get Blinding, right? So you could give this Stormflyer Blinding, and then it would also have Block from Provision. So you could block an attack and then blinding the second one, and that would be a pain in the ass to try and 1v1 this thing, especially with all the healing from Acolyte. So I would be... I'd be very cautious here if I were Elflar. You kind of have to play this perfectly. Voil, I mean, like, Voil are nuts. Like, there's just no other way to say it. Voil are probably one of the best beams in the game at the moment, and even a player of Alegre's caliber can get to high ranks applying them. I think after the rank reset, there was a period where Alegre was actually rank 1. It was very brief, because after he started playing anything but Voil, he lost... God, shut the hell up, phone. I don't even have you around. Let me just fix that. I don't know if you guys can hear my phone going off in the background, but that's what that anime girl sound effect is. I'll just mute that for now. If anyone actually recognizes what anime that notification sound is from, if you can hear it at all, I will give you 5 more billion internet points, because it is rather obscure. But the sound clip itself is actually fairly well known in the community. It's just the anime is a little bit obscure. But anyway, back to this game. Voil Conqueror is... yeah, Voil Conqueror is coming in. Pangel has to retreat. So yeah, Elflar somehow pulled 72 Nora out of his ass to get this Temptress in play. And I mean, it's in the right place. Like you probably have enough over here. It just be careful, because your shockbow is on 18 HP. I wouldn't be surprised if Alegre somehow killed it this turn. You could maybe work out like another Alacrity. I think what's that Voil? Yeah, I'm forgetting all my rune names today. I was gonna say the one that gives Voil 2 AP and Kill Frenzy, whatever that one is. But the Avalanche comes out. Yeah, I kind of expected that shockbow to die. So Alegre is taking a fairly strong stance. I guess, like, Voil versus usually meta UD can put up a fight versus almost anything, but Voil do give them trouble, especially when their fonts get contested like this. So we've got Bartering Post, Regen, and Spell Resistance onto... No Regen, just Spell Resistance for now. I guess, did he not have the Nora to grant Regen, or does he not want to grant Regen to that Stormflyer? Regen plus Storm Acolyte could be pretty annoying if there's no anti-healing coming out. And then now that Courier has been in play for a while, there's always the threat of Drudgery. Drudgery now starts on cooldown as opposed to before where it did not. So kicks the turn back to Elflar, and we'll see if he can make something of this. Should burn... I think he already burned the Deflect, but he should do it with Scorched Dwarf here. And then I guess Scolding Blows. I was going to talk about Scolding Blows, but stuff kept distracting me. I was going to say I'd like to see more Scolding Blows going around, now that the ability was... the condition was slightly tuned down. It'd be on something like Drunken Thug. Could be neat. Some annoying piece of shit font harasser rune. Maybe something with hit and run. Scolding Blows and hit and run could be really annoying. And by really annoying, I mean really fun, quirky. But yeah, there's the Deflect, eaten by the Dwarf. And then Messenger can get a couple hits with Essence Capture. That Essence Capture is slowly building Elflar's Nora back. And a Nepheri Reaper, actually, from Elflar. So I think Reaper got a bit of a buff a couple patches ago, and she's alright now. I mean, Life Siphon and Scythe Whirl are kind of at odds, because Scythe Whirl doesn't proc the Siphon, but I mean, the Scythe Whirl, it's still a good part of her kit, because Scythe Whirl, of course, is obvious, and then Life Siphon aids her survivability. She has Bleed. I don't know if that's the best choice in that slot. But I mean, Blood Balls can act as another pseudo-healing for the demons in this deck. I like that people are running Temptress now. She used to be pretty bad. Well, not bad, just kind of boring. She had like Charm and Punish, and that was about it. But now she can still punish. She has more range, a lot more CC on her, basically. Radiant Blow for blind, and then punish, and then illuminate. Then Expedite, I think Rune Reveal, the Rune Reveal mechanic is a little, has gotten a lot more utilized these days. Stuff like Anthomancy has been shuttled around. Then some Gifted Scrying champions, mostly for Protectorate, I think. On fairies and stuff. We've got Stormflyer engaging that Pangel fighting her in her own domain in the skies. I think Pox has sort of like a weird, way of doing flying champs, because like they're flying, but they still get hit by stuff on the ground like traps or terrain damage, or no, not terrain damage, but traps mostly. Because you can walk over like a lava trap and still get hit even if you're a flyer. Not sure how that works. But here we have the swap, and that was the Kill Frenzy spell for the Empire. That's the one I was forgetting. So everything... Oh, yeah, it still has the old description. Attack, fire, and burn 1. That was why I don't remember it, is because before the buff it was complete dog shit. But yeah, now it gives 2 AP and Kill Frenzy to Boyle. And wait, what the hell? Wait, Elflar wins? Wait, what the hell just happened there? Alegre surrendered on his own turn. When it looked like he was going to be making plays. All right, I guess. Sure, why not? Well played to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.